Well, good afternoon. It's a Thursday afternoon. Sorry, we're a little bit short on time today, but super important to us as we think about 2022 as businesses are growing, things are changing, but some things are staying the same. And some of those things are feedback from customers and sharing that feedback and giving customers an opportunity to tell you how you're doing in your business is still extremely important. And so today's Facebook Live, for the next 10 or 15 minutes, we wanted to share a couple of tips and tricks. In the show notes, I'll also leave a link to an article in Forbes today that I wrote specifically around automating, even if you don't have automation within your business, but automating a way that you can actually collect more customer information, a way that you can utilize modern technology in a very simplified way, introducing customers to just a really convenient way of leaving you feedback. Um, and as we all know, I mean, I think that we and reviews have changed over the last few years, but really feedback is an integral part of our buying process. As consumers, as we have moved from just kind of word of mouth, getting referrals from neighbors, from family and friends, this whole migration that we've gone through, being online, mobile apps, um, just the way that we consume information today is just much different. The whole idea that Amazon introduced one-click buying a few years ago, but they're putting the reviews from thousands and even tens of thousands of other customers in front of us saying, hey, I really like this product, I really trust this product. It makes it a lot easier for us to hit buy and buy that product, right? And so, as other businesses, um, in any vertical we're in, it doesn't really matter. Every business needs to be able to get feedback from their customers. I don't care if you're in an industry where you only have a few sales a year. Having some feedback from customers is important. And the more transactional our business is, the more important reviews are. So one of the automation pieces that we have talked about a little bit is, we've talked about QR codes a lot, I think, over the last couple of months. And QR codes are not something new, right? They've been around for a long time. But I think during the pandemic, they became more readily available and used more often, simply for the fact that um, we have this distancing effect with businesses that we're doing business with. Even the simple idea of going into a restaurant and them not wanting to clean the menus, which is super odd now thinking back. But them not wanting to clean those, they basically put their menus online, and the convenience for a customer, you come in, you scan on the table, brings up the menu, you go ahead and order, whatever the case might be. But now, as a result, we're seeing the same type of adoption here in the US that they've seen in Europe and in Asia when it comes to QR code usage. And it's because it is convenient. In some Asian countries, the QR code is saving consumers as much as 10 hours a month, right? I mean, we think about, I don't know how they calculate that, but I mean, us typing in a URL or us typing in a phone number versus us scanning something, and then we get that instant gratification, right? And we get right to the information that we need, and so we can utilize that methodology or that method to implement some things within our business to get that feedback more readily from customers. So when they're standing at our cash register, and so um, maybe you're a workout facility or you're a day spa or whatever the case might be, anytime, or a restaurant, when you have that opportunity to stand right in front of the customer just having, can you leave us feedback on the counter there on a little card the customer can scan, and it takes them right to your Google review, and voila, you get instant feedback from a customer. Other industries may be a little bit more delicate. So if you're in the home services industry or oil change or other service industries, you can still utilize that same methodology, but maybe in a little different way. Um, but the convenience factor, I think, is the most important thing here, where we can take something as a simple QR code and just making it convenient for the consumer. You're going to automatically increase the number of interactions that you're having with that customer. It could be twofold, threefold, fourfold over what is naturally going to occur. Consumers are, we're more trained to think about leaving feedback when we have a poor experience than when we have a good experience. So, as a business, if you can take those customers that are having good experiences and make it easy for them to engage with you and interact with you, in this case, giving you feedback at the time of purchase, at the time when you've just had this little short window with them, and it may be a 5 minute window, maybe an hour long window, but you've had this window with them that you've trained your staff to make sure that this short little window is perfect, right? And that's what you do your training around. You don't train around what happened before they got in front of you, and you don't really train your staff on what to do after they've been face to face with you or your employees or your team. But what you train on is this little short window when we're in front of the customer, and we hope that what we do during that time provides a good enough experience that you have the opportunity to have them in front of you again. And sadly as it may be, consumers forget. And they forget who you are, they forget the experience. I was telling someone an example of a restaurant that I actually really like, 20 minutes from here, and we used to go on a more regular basis, but just because of a number of factors, I've not been in there for like 3 or 4 years, um, and and it's not that I ever had a bad experience. I always had a great experience, but it's because of other factors. Maybe there's other restaurants. Maybe I now shop in a different area of town. Whatever the case might be, time goes on, and so now this restaurant that I may have spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars a year at has not seen me for years, and so even that little experience and you following up after the fact and giving me the convenience to actually scan and go leave feedback, that's just one more opportunity for me as the restaurant now to re-engage you, to thank you, to whatever the case might be, in order to build that longer term relationship. What we want to do is we want to expand um, the dialogue and the interactions and the engagements before that face to face and after that face to face. And so if you do nothing before and you do nothing after, it's likely that you have a lot of one and done customer experiences. Even as much time and energy as you spend training on that face to face, putting booties on before you go into someone's house, or whatever the case might be, what are all the special things that you do to grow that experience? You want to utilize that experience to extend that opportunity, and you want them, all those little special touches that you put into your own business processes, um, like the hotel leaving DoubleTree's giving you a chocolate cookie. That's a little thing, but something that people write about, right? Maybe it's the mint, or it's the cruise ship that makes a little animal and leaves it on your bed, or whatever the case might be. Businesses think about all of these really cool things that they can do to provide an experience that is memorable, but now you want the consumer to actually share that experience with others, other than the 2 or 3 other people that they may talk to saying, hey, this is really cool, or here's a picture. let's get them to expand upon that. And so putting mechanisms in place in front of the customer at the time when they're most likely to share positive experiences, and maybe it's not all positive too. Maybe you do want to know. You want to know if you guys screw up, right? So it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. If it's complimentary or critical, all the same, it helps you do a better job in creating a better experience. And so why not get as much of that as you can by providing them that easy way when you're in front of them, or on the top of the receipt, or on the bottom of the receipt, or on a handout card. But make it easy for them. Don't make them go search for you to leave you feedback. If you do that, then people who have just out of the world experiences, and every ticked off person that uses you are the ones that are going to be leaving reviews. I was just looking at a business today, a customer, and they have 5-star reviews and 1-star reviews, right? And so, how can you use those 1-star reviews to better your business, and how can you get more of the 5-star reviews so your reputation continues to build? Every business messes up. Every restaurant messes up. Every day spa messes up. Every contractor messes up. We all mess up at some point. But what we do with that data, with that information, we want that. If you don't want that, if you don't want bad people, if you don't want the bad experiences telling you that you provided a bad experience, it's more likely that you're going to ignore that and have more of those in the future. But if you can actually utilize those to better your business, and then really focus also on the people who have awesome experiences, and making it easy for them to actually leave that feedback, and you can adjust where it goes, right? I mean, maybe you need more Google reviews right now. Maybe you need more Yelp reviews. Maybe you need more whatever. So utilize these mechanisms as a way to direct customers where you want them to go. If you have a special and they're scanning the QR code for your restaurant when they come in to get the menu, you can utilize that opportunity to show your daily specials, or get them to opt in for coupons in the future, or offers in the future, or whatever the case might be. And so we're thinking we need to rethink how we interact with customers, and utilizing a QR code is just a simple way for you to automate the collection of feedback from customers when you're having that awesome experience with them today, right? And so we don't want you to ignore, we want you to embrace technology to automate some things within your business to help your business grow and thrive in 2022. So we encourage everyone to kind of rethink some of their goals for this year, and don't just think, hey, I want to get 100 more reviews, or I want to get 25 more reviews a month, and I want to go from a 4.6 star rating to a 4.7 star rating. It's more than that. How can we utilize the customer as a vehicle to grow? And we utilize that customer as a vehicle to grow through better interaction, through better engagement, through better re-engagement, through better more reviews, more feedback, more referrals. I mean, all of these things don't have to be monumental tasks that we have to do within our businesses, and it's not that also so big that we're like, hey, let's just put it off. I'm going to build a new website. I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, and then I'll do that, and then I'll take those next steps. The awesome, cool thing about QR code is you can actually implement it today. You can actually start seeing value with it today. You don't need to wait till your new website's done. You don't need to wait till your new ad campaign is done. You don't need to wait till your billboard is done. You don't need to wait till you have a training with your team. Some of these things you can actually automate today, and you're going to see value today. 100% of the time, when you implement some of these new technologies, it makes your business look more modern, but at the same time, consumers like it. They understand how to use it, and they engage with it. They adapt to it. They adopt it, and your business will see the positive impact and results. as a result of making these small changes. So I encourage you to kind of sit down today. It's Thursday afternoon. You have Friday and Saturday coming up. Don't make sure you tune into the NFL games on Sunday. But other than that, encourage you to take a little bit of time this weekend to think about how you might be able to utilize some of these things to grow your business in 2022. And if we can actually help you, and if our team can help you in providing some of the needed help in order to get that going, just raise your hand, let us know, and we're here to kind of help you grow and expand your business as we head into almost a brand new month. February, it's a good month, the month I was born. But anyway, until next week, thank you so much for tuning in today, and we will talk to you shortly. Cheers.